Good morning. How is everybody? Great to see you here. I will be getting started in a few minutes. I thought I'd set the video on before the go live before, but I'll be right back. So get a mat, and get into something comfy, and we'll get started in about 5 minutes. All right, I'll be right back. Maxwell, come in and entertain them. Come in and entertain them. They'll watch you. Here we go. You stay right here or go get your chicken. All right? Go get your chicken. Good morning, friends. Let's see if I have any questions. So, anytime I come on live, if you type in a question, especially in the beginning, I can actually go over, do a Q&A in the beginning especially. Or if I have a question, I can talk about it during class. So anything related to the particular class, right? So I appreciate you being here. Welcome. My name is Kellie. If you don't know me, and Maxwell you saw came into the door, thank you for being here. Good morning, Nick, again, Susan. Thank you, Nick, for coming to both classes. And then Betsy and Darla, thank you for being here. Okay, so let me get a sip of water after the 30-minute yoga, good morning yoga. Sip of water is always nice. And let's go ahead and get started on our back, okay? You don't need any props. I just need you to be comfortable, especially in the beginning of the practice. Just get comfortable and hope you're feeling good today. Hope that today is a good day and you're relaxed and ready to start by some movement. So some mindful movement. So reach your arms overhead and you can tip your knees side to side. And then reach your arms straight up as you tip the knees side to side and wrap the fingers around the back of your shoulders and give yourself a hug. How's that? So you can kind of pull against the back of the shoulders and then reach up and change the crossing of your arms and reach around. So I thought more about the way you should place your mat in reference to, I guess, your screen, whatever that is, whether it's a phone, an iPad, a computer, or a TV. Probably your mat just straight out, so the front of your mat is facing the video camera or the screen. All right, so now bring your right knee into your chest, extend your left leg out straight, and pull the knee into your chest and rotate the foot around. And then bring the knee out to the side, stretching the flexors by pressing the hand into the front of the thigh and then also stretching the inner thigh. Then go the opposite direction and bring it across the body and reach your arm, the right arm over to the right. Look over to the right. And breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, lift your knee and extend that leg up straight. Reach the hands behind the hamstring. You can press your fingers into the hamstring and then move up to the back of the knee. And press into the back of your knee and then reach up and grab your calf and squeeze, flex your foot. Now extend the right leg out and bring your left leg in. Rotate your foot. And then bring your knee out to the side. Hold your foot straight. And then go the opposite direction all the way over. And look the opposite direction of your knee. Stretching the hip through the back, lower back, across the side of the leg. Also into the shoulder and chest. Just noticing where you're being effective. Bringing your focus inward. Lift your knee, extend the leg up straight, flex your foot, bring your hands behind the hamstring, and you can press your hands. Maxwell is playing with his chicken. Bring your hands up behind the knee and press into the knee and grab your calf. And bend your knee, legs in, rock from side to side. Give yourselves a big hug for being here. Bring your chin to your knees all the way in like you're in a tight ball. You're in a tight ball. Good, now roll up or go to the side and come up. And come onto your hands and your knees. Move that out. Hands and knees. Spread your fingers and look at your wrists. Where are they in relationship to your shoulders? You want your wrists under your shoulders. Then put the top of your feet down, knees underneath your hips, so you can check that out too. Look back. And then as you look back, you can go ahead and round the spine, so cat pose. Looking back, and you're actually tucking your chin right here. Press into your feet. And then lower your belly and look forward. Inhale. Press into your hands. Very nice. Press into your fingertips like you're clawing the mat. Then round up. Now let's sync that up with our breath. So exhale as you lift. Inhale as you lower your belly and look forward. Round your back as much as you can. And then lower. And lift your hips and look forward. Lift your heart. One more round of that, or one more up, and one more in cow pose. Very good. All right, so now walk your hands back to your knees and reach your arms up. Let's stretch the front body. Bring your hands behind your hips. So you can just put your hands back here and moderately just lean back. Elbows pull towards each other. It's a nice chest opener. Nothing extreme right here at all. Just pressing into the back with support. And then look forward. Now you're going to pick your right foot up and bring it forward. Shift your hips forward. So rather than shifting all your weight forward in that forward foot or the forward knee, just lean or shift the hips forward. There you go, hand at your thigh. And move your shoulders like that, rotating up and back. And then reach, elbows back, and then forward, open up, and then forward. We're getting the body ready to move. Flowing through the class this morning, lots of movement. And just a few segments where we'll actually create some intensity. Good, now shift your hips back into Ardha Hanumasana, or half split pose. There's your hamstring on the other side. Yep, so feel the hamstring stretch, press into your foot, and you want to flex your foot like that, right? So you can actually use your hand and pull back if you want to, or just use your strength and flex, pressing into your heel. That helps. Now we're going to open up to the long edge of the mat. So put your foot down flat and lift up your left knee. Walk your hands back, and then walk your hands to the front. Pressing into your feet. It should feel super good, hopefully. Warming up the legs. And then come to the front. Turn your heels in. Press into the floor. And then lift up your right leg, downward facing dog. So first, downward facing dog. Push the floor away. Separate your feet hip width apart. Shift forward into plank. And then you're going to shift forward more so your shoulders are forward of your fingertips. Press into your fingertips, lower down to the mat. Cobra pose. Put the top of your feet on the floor. Lift your chest up away from the floor, elbows in, like a tricep push-up. We talked about that yesterday. And then I've made a post about it. Exhale, lower. So similar thing. Slide your hands, press into the floor, elbows in, tuck your toes, lift from the floor. Downward facing dog. Breathe. Look behind you. In fact, tuck your chin. Push into the floor. Pedal your heels right and left. And then we're going to just switch sides. So we're going to bring your left leg up and forward. Step it in. Set your knee down. And look forward. Inhale and reach your arms up. And then exhale, arms to your side. Put the top of your foot down, flex your foot, straighten the forward leg. Hamstring stretch. Draw that hip down and under. So, well, I guess that's the same thing. So if you use your thumb, press into your crease, that pulls it back. Pull your hip back so your hips are level. And then under is important. But flex your foot, toes pointing up. So no sassy hip right there, right? No sassy hip right there. All right, so now long edge of the mat, tuck your toes, bring it over, do that a few times. And then bring it to the front, turn, press into the floor, downward facing dog. Separate your feet, go through. Come to plank, inhale, we'll do it together. Then exhale and lower. Put the top of your feet down, elbows draw in, lift up, cobra. And then exhale, if you tuck your toes, draw from your abs, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Everyone set your knees down, put the top of your feet on the floor, child's pose. So 5 good breaths in child's pose right there. Walk your hands in, or walk your hands out, and then lift up, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. So I had to move my feet back in position because I know my length of downward facing dog. So to kind of test that out, shift your body forward into plank. So your wrists underneath your shoulders, heels underneath the balls of your feet. Press into your fingertips. Now lift your hips up high, downward facing dog. Push the floor away. So the other main thing is you want to have your arms externally rotated. So if you look forward between your arms, look at your arms, the inner arms should be facing each other, but press into the thumb and the index finger, especially when you're going through a vinyasa. That engages the arm muscles, gives more integrity. Let's do come into plank again. So inhale, then exhale, downward facing dog. Hopefully that's comfortable. If it's not, set your knees down and you come forward into a knee plank, right? And then lift up into downward dog. Do that again, plank, and this time, so to warm up the core more, look slightly forward, elbows bent 90 degrees, lift up, downward facing dog. And again, do that. So warming up the core, lower, and then lift, downward facing dog. One more time. Shift forward, high plank. I say that often. Low plank, I say that often. And then all the way down, cobra pose. So we're still warming up the spine. Elbows in, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Breathe. Look forward, bend your knees, and step to your hands. So we're going to further warm up with sun salutation B. Surya Namaskar B. Inhale, reach the arms up, exhale your hands to your heart. Roll your shoulders back. So to begin that, Coming into chair pose, reach your arms forward like this. Look up at your fingers, spread your fingers. Yep, flutter the fingers. Good. Sink down more, then exhale, fold over. Lengthen the head forward, plant your hands, vinyasa. So stepping back, no need to float back yet. Lower down, upward facing dog, or cobra. Exhale, flip over your toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your right leg up. Go ahead and step the right foot between your hands. Set your heel down, warrior one. So I'll help you in this class get better at stepping forward. Lots of people have difficulty with that. Exhale your hands down to the floor. Vinyasa. So leg goes back, lower down, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Left foot, step it in to your hands without momentum. Set your right heel down, warrior one. Inhale. Draw the right side forward, left side back. Exhale down, vinyasa. Lowering, lift up through. Exhale back, downward facing dog. You can go into child's pose if you need to, or set your knees down and shift your hips back. So this is called puppy dog pose. Forearms on the floor, knees on the floor. So many ways to modify practice. And I want everyone to feel comfortable with this particular class. It's not too advanced for anyone at all. So press the floor away, and I hope that it's enough for you advanced yogis, you people who have been doing this for a while. Good, now look forward and bend your knees. Step all the way to your hands. Bring it in. Lengthening the head forward. Exhale, fold. Bring your big toes together. Inhale, chair pose. And then stand tall. So we're going to do that again. Syncing up with our breath, really important. So one breath per movement. Stay with me. If you get behind, then we'll just catch back up, right? All levels. Everybody's included here. We're going to do two rounds of sun salutation, B. So that means both legs, lunging and everything, 2 times. Inhale, reach your arms, chair pose. Look forward, shift your hips back, shoulders back, going into that lunge position. Good, everybody smile. Then exhale and fold. Lengthen your head forward, plant your hands in vinyasa. High plank, low plank, up dog, exhale down dog. Right foot steps forward. Set your heel down, warrior one. Inhale, exhale your hands to the floor. Leg goes back, high plank, low plank, up dog, exhale down dog. Left leg inhale, left foot forward, heel down, inhale, warrior one. Exhale, high plank, lowering down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. 3 breaths. Shift your hips back. Tilt the pelvis. Abs in, press the floor away. One more breath, inhale. Exhale, now lift your heels. You have to look forward to step forward. Know where you're going, always. Step your feet to your hands. Lengthen the head forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Arms forward, and then stand up. Arms to your side. One more round of sun salutation, B. Inhale, chair. Shoulders go back, or lean back just a bit. Shift your hips back. Bend your knees. Exhale, fold. Lengthen the head forward, high plank as you exhale, and then lift up through, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot forward between your hands. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, high plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg forward. And then breathe, reach up. Exhale your hands to the floor. High plank as you exhale. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. There's your warm up. Maybe a little glistening. My heat just turned on, so I'm feeling nice and warm here in my homestead. Reach your heels towards the floor. Push the floor away. Now look forward, bend your knees. Maybe you want to try to float your hands. Little pop up, lengthening forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Now you're ready. So reach forward. So I did this in the 30-minute class this morning. So practicing chair pose, sink your weight down. Everybody wants to practice chair pose, right? Reach your left arm to the outside of your right leg, and then bring your right hand to your hip. So you want to press into that hip crease, get your knees side by side, and then turn your body. Slide your forearm down the outside of your leg, and then bring your palms together. So you can also keep the arm there and your hand here if that's difficult, right? Good. Inhale, chair pose. Now we're going to go the other side. So sweep the right arm down to the side. Bring the other hand to the hip. And you can use this finger in the hip crease to pull it back and even the hips. Hands together, elbow to the outside of your knee. Look up. Good. Then exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, half lift. Plant your hands in vinyasa. Lowering down. So we're going to start building up a sequence. Building to a point. Inhale, reach the right leg up. Turn your right toes out and bend your knee. Opening up the thigh, push the floor away. If you're new, if you're just coming on, warm up a little bit. Extend or warm up with me, but just modify the amount of movement or the range of movement. Good. Now look forward and touch your right knee to your right elbow. Then can you lift your knee up to your tricep? Extend the leg up straight. So we're going to work on that, the step through. This is what helps. So bring your knee into your elbow, shift the knee up to the tricep, then lift up the leg, 3-limb dog. Do that again. Number 3, elbow, knee to elbow, lift the knee up, and then 3-limb dog. So same type of contraction or rounding of the back and then contracting the abs. Bring the knee in, and then set your foot between your hands. That should have helped. Try not to shift your weight with momentum. That's the key. Set your heel down. Everyone, warrior 2. Opening up finally to the side. Hi, good morning. Press your feet into the floor. Thank you for being here. Shoulders over your hips. You want to have, so rather than kind of leaning in like this, or be focused on your shoulders over your hips. Let's reverse warrior. Turn your right palm up, left hand back. Right arm goes up, 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 up. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, sweep the arm over, put your forearm on your thigh, and lengthen the left arm over the ear. Great. Press into the forearm, you guys. Straighten the sides. There you go. Now, inhale, warrior 2. Place the hands on the floor. Vinyasa or downward dog, your choice. So I'll give you that choice every single time we do it. Or go through a vinyasa, exhale back, downward facing dog. Left leg, inhale, lift it up, turn your toes out, and bend your knee. Press the floor away, look up at your thigh, don't look at the floor. And reach the ball of your foot. Good, extend the leg. Now you're gonna shift forward, and as you shift forward, look between your thumbs, tap the elbow, and then you're gonna lift the knee up to the tricep. And then extend the leg up, 3-limb dog. Do that again. Shift forward, rounding your back, round, round, round. Knee to elbow and then tricep. and then extend it up straight. So you're reaching your right ankle or right heel towards the back of the mat. All right, one more time. Shift forward, knee in. You guys have to remember this. And then lift it up, 3-limb dog. Once you start repeating this over and over again, you'll get so good at it, you don't have to think about it again. You just step forward pretty well. Set your heel down. Warrior 2. Opening to the other side. Reach your arms. You're going to shift this. Make sure the knee is over your ankle. Right. Traction to the second toe. Or tracking, not traction, tracking to the second toe. And then look out or look forward over the front hand, shoulders over your hips. Good. So you need to lunge low enough that you feel your inner thigh working. Press into your feet. So squeeze the mat with your toes. All right, so now reverse. All right, enough of that. Hand behind your thigh. Left arm up and over your ear. Breathe. Good, now side angle. Side angle, you're just gonna lower your torso, the side body towards the leg, and reach the opposite arm over. So you have a straight line. Turn your left palm up, draw the shoulder back, weight in your heels. Again, press into your feet like you're squeezing the mat with your feet, if that's possible. Good. Warrior 2. Look over the front hand. Strong warrior. Hands to the mat. High plank. Lower down, so you have to shift forward, elbows into your side. There's your tricep, quote unquote, push up. Look forward, exhale back. Downward facing dog, beautiful. Hopefully you're sweating just a little bit. Are you breaking a sweat? Inhale, reach your right leg up. If not, you will. Turn your toes out. Bend your knee, look up underneath your arm. Yes, extend the leg straight. Knee to tricep. So don't even worry about that elbow anymore. So come on to the outside of your arm with the knee and reach it up. 1, do 3 of them. 2, do another. 3, and reach that leg up. Doing the same type of movement, round the back and come, bring the leg forward, step your foot in. Warrior 2 to reverse. We're gonna add on, up and over, side angle. Here we go. Reach rather than pressing your forearm into your thigh, and then look up, press your feet into the floor. Good stuff. All right, so warrior 2, half moon. If you have a block, great. If you don't have a block, don't worry, let's try. So you're gonna shift your weight forward. So lean, 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 and then slide your foot, hand on the floor, straightening the right leg as you extend the left leg out. And then reach the arm up, opening the shoulder, or draw the shoulder back. Getting a sense of your balance today. Take another breath in. Then exhale, set your foot down. Put your knee down on the floor. Inhale and reach your arms up. Exhale, shift the hips back, flex your foot in the front. Let's do that again. So you can use your hands to guide along the floor for balance. Inhale. But I want you to try to not touch the floor and flex. Reach back. Inhale, press your foot into the floor. Reach. Making that connection, the movement, 2 movements. Lunge position, placing your foot flat, and then exhaling, split or half split. Lengthen, lift the heart, flatten your chest. One more time, inhale and reach up. Good, exhale your hands to the floor. Press into the floor, downward facing dog. Vinyasa. Lift up through. Look forward, press into your toes and flip over, downward facing dog. That took quite some time actually to figure out. I thought it was magic at first, flipping over your toes. Inhale, lift your left leg up, turn your toes out. And bend your knee, just look up underneath the arm, no flipping. Extend the leg, knee to tricep. Already, do 3 of those. Lift it up. So your leg goes slightly on the outside of your arm and touch, and then lift up. So you're working, as you can hear in my voice. Knee to tricep and lift. This is the one where you're going to actually bring your foot forward between your hands here. Set your foot down, heel down to reverse warrior. All the way up and over. You can place your hand back here. Balance. Press into your feet. So squeeze the mat with your feet. Like there's suctions. Reaching your arm down for side angle. So if you need to prop this up, do that. Shift your knee forward, reach, lengthen through the sides. Inhale, exhale, inhale, warrior 2. Half moon pose, you ready? So here's our balance. Here's the first one, figuring out what we're made of today, right? So reach forward, slide your hand down, or bring your hand down, and then lift your right leg up. Flex your foot, and then reach the left arm. So the challenge is to turn the gaze to the side, and then turn your gaze up. They say it's because of the shifting of the fluid in the inner ear that causes your balance to be knocked off. Turning the head. Now look down, set your foot down, set your knee down. Beautiful job. Inhale, reach your arms up, low lunge. Exhale, shift your hips back, half split. Inhale, reach your arms up. Now try not to touch the floor. Use your strength, use your balance. Shift the hips back, lower your chest, flat back. Inhale and reach your arms up. Yes, look up at your hands when you do that. And then shift your hips back. Great job. Inhale, reach your arms up. We're gonna go to downward dog. Vinyasa if you'd like to. So downward dog, and then shift forward plank. Shifting, lowering, lifting up through. Up dog, exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Child's pose if you would like. 3 more breaths. Inhale, push the floor away. Exhale. Pedal your heels right and left. And then step to the middle of the mat. So we're going to bookmark right here and do a balance pose. But first, fold over like a rag doll. Hang right there. Relax your arms and your shoulders. And then reach for your elbows. Sway your arms over to one side and then over to the other. Reaching the arms to the side and then to the other. And now sweep the hands down for the floor. Turn your palms up and press the top of your hands into the mat. So stretching the wrists. Try to straighten your arms, straighten your legs. Tip your head over, look through your legs. Bring the hands up to the shins, lengthening the head forward. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise. Eagle pose. Bring your right arm underneath your left arm, like this. Squeeze your arms around. Bring your feet closer together. Ready? Let's do this. Reach your arms forward, then shift your hips back, or shift your hips down and back. Lift your heart. Point your pointer fingers up. Now bring your right leg up and over your left leg. Touch down on the other side. Lower down more. If you lower down more, then maybe you can sneak the toes behind the calf. Point your fingers up. And then point your elbows forward, forearms forward. Feel the blades spread apart. Such a good stretch for the upper back. Lower down, and the hips, what's going on there? Stretching the outside of your hips and your legs. If you fall out of that balance, just come right back. It's okay. Don't beat yourself up. It's all good. Nothing too serious, but serious. Inhale, knee up. You're not done. Not with this side, not yet. Reach your hands underneath your hamstring. I'm gonna make it easy first. Maybe, right? Extend the leg. Toes pointing up, shoulders back, hips squared. Let it go and reach your arms. Super hard, super strong pose. Bring your leg down all the way over, and as you pivot or bring the leg, shifting the leg back, turn your palms down. This is like an RDL, a single leg RDL. Leg goes back, hands to the side. Now lift up. Super strong stretch on that leg. Let's stretch out this side, that standing leg side. So kind of bend your knees and your hips, set your ankle on your knee, and flex your foot. Stretch out that side. And then we'll go and challenge our balance on the other side, okay? All in fun. Press your toes into the floor, sneak your hips back. Inhale, stand tall, set your foot down. Okay, so the other side, left arm underneath your right. I got it right. Point your elbows forward, lower down. And now you're gonna bring your left leg over to the other side and touch down. Sink your hips down, point your elbows forward, move the forearms away from your face, and then maybe you bring your toes behind your calf. Breathe in, breathe out, elbows forward. Exhale. Inhale, one more breath. It's a challenge. And then lift all the way up. Lift your knee, unwind your arms, reach. Hands underneath your hamstring. This makes it easier. Then you can extend the leg forward. Hold that leg up with your hands, but then let it go. What happens? Hold, breathe, toes pointing up. Shift the leg behind. And as you tip the chest forward and the leg goes back at the same time, turn your palms down. Leg goes back. Breathe. Leg up. Abs in. Relax the shoulders. Now stand up. Bring your leg down at the same time. Straight body. Inhale, reach up. Beautiful job. Exhale your arms to your sides. Bring it up to the front. Moving on to the next chapter. Inhale. Arms. Chair. Sweep the left arm to the right side. Keep your knees side by side. Lower your hips so that your elbow comes to the side of your leg. And then put your palms together. Look out, abs in. Draw your shoulder up and back. Good. Inhale and reach up. Other side. I know you're feeling it. Reach the right arm and slide your elbow down as you bend the knees or bend into that squat. And then turn. Shoulder back. Abs in. Beautiful. Inhale and reach up. Exhale and fold. Lengthen the head forward. Plant your hands, vinyasa. So I'm just going to step that back, shift forward, lower down my chest towards the floor, lift up through, and then flip over my feet, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Catch your breath. Inhale, right leg. Lift, turn your toes out. Bend your knee. Here, hold. Rotate your foot at the ankle joint. Push the floor away. Then maybe you want to keep that, or you can flip this over. Do a half wheel. So reach up and over. It's kind of a half wheel. Reaching your arm over your ear. Lift your hips. Exhale your hand to the floor. Reach your right leg up. Knee to tricep. And lift up. 3 of those. Feeling fluid. Exhale, inhale, reach. Exhale, touch, and then reach. So strengthening the core. Now step your foot between your hands. We're going to come into reverse warrior. All the way up and over. reverse, side angle, right here. Good. Now reverse. And then you're going to bring it into half moon, just like we did before. So carefully, hand on a block, slide your foot or a hand on the floor, lift your leg, and reach the arm, turn your gaze. Excellent. Set your foot on the floor. And then set your heel down. Pyramid pose. Straighten your forward leg. So not coming to low lunge, actually coming to just a similar type stretch. We're stretching our hamstrings right here on the right side. So it's a heel to arch alignment. The back foot is at an angle. The forward foot is straight, parallel to the edges of the mat. Tip your head over, forehead towards your shin. Maybe you can bring your nose to your knee, straightening this forward leg. 5 breaths right here. Super hard stretch. Super good for the hamstring. You can use your right as you're holding this. So we're on our 3rd breath. As you're holding the pose, use your right thumb and press into your hip crease and draw it down and under. And keep that and fold over, forehead to the shin, nose to the knee, relax your shoulders. Fantastic. Look forward, half lift. Bring your hands out a little bit farther. Lift the left leg up, standing split. Tip the head over, same type of stretch. Reach your right hand behind your left ankle or right ankle. Right hand, right ankle. Use your left hand for balance, and maybe you can pick up that left. Just try and reach behind the ankle. Maybe a half second, right? Hand to the floor, set your foot down. Here's our split pose. Shift your hips back. Maybe a little sweat running down your nose. Put your foot flat. Reach your arms up. Then exhale your hands to the floor. Downward facing dog. Shift your hips up. Downward dog. And forward. And vinyasa if you'd like. Exhale back. Press the floor away. Go ahead and take an extra breath right there. Relax and look back at your thighs. Lift your left leg up. Inhale. Turn your toes out and bend your knee. So that right elbow is going to try to bend, but straighten that arm until we start to flip, right? So to flip, you'll come up onto the left fingertips and start to turn the body. So you go on the edge of your right foot. Set your left foot down, reach the left arm up and over your ear, and look up. Set your hand down. Inhale, left leg up. 3-limb dog, left knee to tricep. So up high, above the elbow. Lift your knee up. 3-limb dog, knee to tricep, and then lift up. Knee, step your foot between your hands. Reverse warrior. All the way up and over, reaching behind, and then side angle. Side angle, you're going to lean the shoulder towards that forward knee. Reach, straightening your sides. Good, now reverse. Half moon. So hand to the floor. I'm going to slide my foot in so I'm on in view well. Left hand forward of your foot. And by the way, your thumb lines up with your pinky toe. Always know that. So right there. Even if you have a block. Then lift your right leg up. Flex your foot. Right arm goes up. And then turn your gaze. Maybe you can look up at your hand. Flex your foot. Draw your shoulder back as much as you can with balancing. Fantastic. Good. Bring your hand down. Set your right foot down on the floor at an angle. Here's pyramid pose. So setting up, lengthen the head forward, so flattening the back. Straighten the right leg. Use your thumb. Draw that hip back. You can gaze up here or look up here for a moment. Hand to your hip. drop back, and then roll it under. Straightening this leg, but don't lock the knee. Inhale, then exhale and fold over that forward leg. Bring your hands right underneath, right in the middle of your feet. And if you want to give your wrists a stretch, back of the hands on the floor. Breathe. Abs in, like specifically contract below the navel. Take another deep breath in. Exhale it out. And then move your hands forward, standing split. Right leg up, tip the head over. Here's our strength pose, our balance pose. Right hand behind, left hand behind your ankle. Balance, and maybe you can pick your right up. Look behind you. Reach the right toes. Maybe it's just for a millisecond or something. But just try. It's kind of fun challenging yourselves. Something that you might not do. But be careful. Set your foot down. Hands on the floor. 3-limb dog. Lift it up. Bend and straighten. Vinyasa if you'd like. Shift. And then lower. Lift up through. Exhale back. Downward facing dog. Set your knees down, everyone. Child's pose. So put the top of your feet on the floor and put your forehead down. Slide your hands down to your sides. Turn your palms up. Pick your head up and turn your head to the left. So your right temple's on the floor. And lift your head up and turn your head the other way. Breathe. Feels good to rest after some exertion. So we're going to go through that again. I will add on. And then we'll finish with, we'll do pigeon pose and then come to our mat and do bridge. So walk your hands out, set up, go to downward facing dog, push the floor away, lift up your hips, then reach your right leg up, inhale, push the floor away, turn your toes out, bend your knee. Maybe you want to flip this over by coming onto your fingertips of your right hand, the edge of your left foot, reach up and over. Good, exhale your hand to the floor, right leg up. Let's just do one knee to tricep and then 3-limb dog. Knee to tricep, 3-limb dog. Then step your right foot forward. Hopefully you're feeling confident with that now. I'm feeling good about it. Set your heel down, warrior 2. So press into your feet. Look forward, strong warrior position. Shift your knee forward, reverse. I think I already said that. Side angle. Reach your arm, fingers towards that back foot. Look up underneath the arm. Beautiful. Now warrior 2, half moon. So sweep your hand down, slide your foot in, and lift up your left leg. Look side, look up at your hand. Turn your toes out. Great. Set your foot down. Pyramid pose. So first, set your foot at an angle, and it's a little bit shorter stance, by the way. Your feet are a little closer together. Straighten the forward leg and lengthen the head forward. Then exhale and forehead down towards your shin, to your shin. Turn your palms up right between your feet. Draw that right hip down and under. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, walk your hands forward, lift your legs, standing split. That balancing pose, right hand, left hand. And then set your hands on the floor. New pose. Bend your right knee, bend your left knee, and tap the calf. Then lift the leg and straighten it out and look forward. So right there, you're straightening, head forward, crown of the head forward, foot back. Now round your back like a cat, touch the back of your calf. Extend, look forward, tap your knee to calf again, and do that again. Inhale. This time you're gonna touch the back of your calf, slide your knee down to the outside of your ankle. Try to do this without touching the floor. Push your foot into the floor. So it's just control, right? Everybody wants control of the situation, right? Okay, so heel to your glute on this side. You can't see it, but my heel is on the side of my glute and it is not up underneath, all right? That's key. This foot, press into the foot on the outside of your knee. If you cannot do that, here's your option. This is just an option. You'll extend the leg out straight and sit up. Key thing, you want to have both glutes on the floor, both sitting bones, pressing into this foot, pushing the toes into, or pulling the toes in. Then reach your right hand behind your hip and reach the left arm up and kind of lean and grab the leg and pull it into your body and turn. So use that as leverage to turn. Fingertips behind, look over your shoulder, and then intensify by putting your elbow on the outside of your knee. Pull that leg in. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhale, and then exhale. And look forward. Beautiful job. You sit here, turn the opposite direction. I'm just going to give you an option to go into crow pose or to come into arm balance in this twisting position. I think it's called 8-limb, 8-angle pose. So turn, and if you want to go into that pose or crow pose, you come up and place your feet on the floor if you know that. Otherwise, you're just staying here. This is a great stretch for your hips. Here's the other pose. You'd put your elbow on the outside of your knee, and then you'll set your hands on the floor, and then lean into the elbows, right? Chaturanga, and pick your feet up off the floor. And maybe you extend the legs. So it's not to impress you or to make you feel like this is just too hard. Just to show you that it's always a practice no matter what your experience level is. Okay, so now we're going to reach forward and extend the left leg back. Reach the right leg up, 3-limb dog, and then we'll go to the other side. After you, vinyasa. Exhale. Breathe. Inhale, left leg. Turn your toes out. Notice when you do that, what happens with your arms when you turn the toes. But press into your hands, your fingertips. Flip this over if you'd like to. By setting your foot down, reach up and over your ear. You can look down or look up. Place your hand on the floor. Reach the left leg up. One time, knee to tricep to 3-limb dog. And then same kind of action. Step your foot to your hands though. Set your heel down. Warrior 2 to reverse. So opening the front body and squeezing in the back. Front is the left. And then the right side, arching. Now side angle. Now your sides are straight. Press into your feet. Look up underneath your arm if you can. Beautiful. Warrior 2. Here's where we're going to half moon. So you're going to reach forward as far as you can. Bring your hand to the floor. Lift your leg up. Right arm up. Flex your foot. And look up to the side. Much better this time, right? We're getting much better. More balanced. Flex your foot. The body is amazing. Sometimes it takes a while, but patience is important. Now set your foot down on the floor, and then you're going to turn, squaring your body to the front of the mat, and then lengthen the head forward, and then as you straighten the forward leg, let your head, your belly, your body come towards the forward leg, the left leg, and again, draw that hip back and under. The right foot's at an angle, the left foot is parallel to the edge of the mat, getting a deep hamstring stretch right here in the back of your leg. Bring your hands to the center, turn your palms up. Good, now slide the hands forward of your foot, standing split. Tip your head over, right there, and if you want to, give it that balance. Reach the foot, crown of the head towards the floor. And then bend your knees, touch the back of your right calf, or left calf with your right knee, look forward. Or look forward when you extend the leg. Then bring it in and then round the back and touch the back of your calf and lift. Again, touch and lift. One more time. And this time slide your knee down to the outside of your ankle with control. Sit down on the floor on the other side. And then you kind of have to wiggle to get comfortable or get even on the mat. You can even push into the floor and lift up and pick yourself up and put yourself down, right? All right, so put your foot on the floor. Now you can see this foot. It's on the outside of my hip, looking forward. Bring your arm into the inside of the leg. Good job. Thank you, Maxwell. Thank you for that. I'm not going to play right now. Let's twist. Sit down. Sit. 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 Good. Good. Twist. Sit. 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 Lie down. Lie down. Remember, you can put your elbow on the outside of your knee. Breathe. So then turn, face center, and maybe you go the other way. Option, right? So you can do this, or just stay seated in this position, and just imagine, actually close your eyes, unless you want to come into an arm balance. If you come into the arm balance, crow pose, you'll separate your feet, right? And come up like this. Place your hands on the floor, or in that twisting position. Let's see, what did I do here? And you'll pull your elbow right here and place your hand on the floor and hand on the floor, and then lift your hips and lift your feet off the mat. Practicing, right? And then sit back down. Good. Now, reach forward. Hands on the mat. Press into your left foot. Right leg goes up. Lower your right foot. Lift your left leg up. 3-limb dog. Last vinyasa. So shift and lower. Upward facing dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Beautiful. All right, so we stretched our hips really well in that pretzel, nice Andrasana pose. Walk your feet to the middle of the mat. Bend your knees and sit on your heels. Don't sit on your heels, but bring your glutes to your heels. So your tailbone lengthening. So you don't want to tip your chest forward. Lift your chest up. Bring your hands to your heart. Thumbs to the heart. Breathe. So this mindful movement, mindful practice. I do this because it allows me to stay strong in my other activities. In strength training, right? So less injuries, definitely, with a mindful practice. It is about the stretching and the creating mobility, but it's also just about being mindful of your body. If you notice movement from place to place, it's very, very smooth in transitions and thoughtful, not just letting it happen. So if you want to take another arm balance right here in crow pose, go for it. So that would just be hands on the floor, or just stay right there in malasana. So the knees up and then shift forward, round your back, look forward. You have to look forward. And then pick your feet up off the floor. Point your toes, heels to your glutes. And then set your feet down. And sit behind your heels. Extend your legs forward. And reach your hands. And then round your back, lowering down. Don't let your heels lift. Lift up again. And reach. How far do your hands pass your toes? Bring it back, rounding your back. Round, 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 round. And then forward. So if I look out into a class of people that I'm teaching, when we're in person, and I just look around, people that I train who do yoga with strength training or boot camp, just move better and are just mindful about even strength training. Because after all, it's all a practice, right? Even strength training. So lower down all the way to the mat. So you're going to put your head on the floor. All the way. Relax. You made it. You did it. Relax the shoulders. We're at 9:04. Bring your feet to the floor. Let's stretch the front body. Coming into bridge pose. Press your feet into the floor. Lift your hips. And you can put your hands on the floor. Then lift up the right side. Draw it under. Left side. Draw it under. Clasp your fingers if you can. Press your hands into the floor. You want to have your head flat. The back of your head flat on the floor. Your neck is off of the mat right here. So that the base of the cervical spine is off of the mat. Breathe in, breathe out. And if you want to try, bring your feet closer together and reach the right leg up. So a little more strength. Reach the leg, lift your hips, flex your foot, and then bend your knee and set that down. Let's change sides. So extend the left leg up. Lift your hips, reach the leg straight. Look up. Exhale, foot down. 3 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. 1 more breath. Now unclasp your hands. Lower your hips to the floor. Spread your blades apart. Reach your arms up. Grab your fingers around the shoulders and tip your knees to the side and to the side. Keep the knees moving, legs moving, and then change the crossing fingers behind, and you can kind of pull, squeezing, giving yourselves a hug. And thanks for being here to practice. You had to make the decision. It was a good decision, I hope. Knees up. Bring your right knee into your chest. Very traditional. Flex your foot. Extend the leg out. You can do a big toe hold if you want and leg across, or just hold the knee and bring the knee across. So your choice. So maybe you want to do straight leg. But then center your shoulders and look over the opposite direction. As you exhale, lengthen out. And as you inhale, make an adjustment. Begin to lift your leg, and you can bend your knee as you do that and bring this leg out to the side and rotate at the hip joint all the way around. So I intentionally created the combination of classes. Let's go to the other side. Reach out your right leg and left knee in. So flex your foot. Extend the left arm out. I'll finish that thought. It's not a thread. That train of thought. Bring the leg across. And maybe you want to hold your big toe and extend the leg straight. Keep your shoulders on the floor as your leg goes over. So I created the series of classes that I did very intentionally. So the 30-minute yoga, good morning yoga, is not just for morning, but to learn a little bit more so that you're better at your practice. That's whenever we get into a longer practice. Because the tendency can be to get not be as focused as you become tired and when a class is long. So the 30-minute classes to make you stronger and understand better yoga and alignment, angles, and such. Same thing with the boot camp. The strength training strengthens the muscles and the joints so that you're better in the boot camp HIIT, which is high intensity and body weight. Body weight can tend to be more complicated and harder for you than strength training. Good, now bend your knee and lift the leg up. Lower back on the floor, rotate the knee around, the leg around. So if you have not signed up for those classes, I would appreciate if you did, your body will appreciate it too. And you don't have to do them when I do them. They're quite early in the morning. I get up early these days. But they're early in the morning, but you can always have them available for replay. Good. Now extend your legs out, reach your arms over your head and stretch from limb to limb. Flex your feet, reach your arms up, and bring your arms to your sides. Turn your palms up, and everybody close your eyes for some guided meditation. So pick your shoulders up and set them down evenly. Lift your head, set your head down comfortably. Lift your knees and set your feet down or your legs down with your feet coming out at the natural angle. Your palms are turned up, fingertips naturally curving. Relax your mind, relax your body together. So meditation isn't about, or Shavasana is not about letting go or not having thoughts. That's kind of impossible because the mind wants to have something to think about. Our minds want to be engaged. Shavasana or meditation is about recognizing you have thoughts come into your mind, but not attaching to them, so to speak. Not contemplating the future or reflecting on the past, but just being in the moment, becoming even more present. Body awareness, with body awareness, that's attainable. So thinking of the top of your head, the crown of your head. And going over the forehead to the third eye, the mind's eye, space between the brow. Bring your awareness there and take a deep breath in. Breathing into that space, that place of intuition, your sixth sense. Focusing down the face, the nose, the tip of the nose, your chin, relaxing your jaw, relaxing down the neck, your shoulders, both sides, and both arms. Relax the arms completely. Softening the ribs, the belly. Your breathing is just happening automatically. Relaxing through the hips, both sides, both lower limbs. All the way down to your feet, the soles of your feet. Your next 5 breaths of air. Control. With a deep inhale, all together with me, and then fully exhale that air out. Now let's deepen that breath. Inhale through your nose, breathing all the way into the chest, the collarbones, and then fully exhale that air out all the way. Inhale through your nose. Pause at the top of your breath. Don't exhale yet. Take another sip of air. And then fully exhale. One more deep breath in. And fully exhale. Breathing, automatic or unconscious. And let your head drop over to the right. You can open your eyes and then let your head drop over to the left. Lift your hands up and start to open and close your fingers. Feel your thumbs moving. Feel your index finger, the second finger, the ring finger, and the pinky. Good. Now slide your feet onto the floor. You can keep your eyes open right here and tip your knees side to side. And then point the knees up. Lift your toes up, all 10 of them, and set them down. Now lift your big toe only and set it down. Now can you lift your 4 toes and press your big toe into the floor? That strengthens the arch of your feet. Now set your toes down. Now lift your big toes, strengthening the ankles, the top of your feet. Set your big toe down one more time. Lift your toes and press your big toe into the floor. Good. Now set your feet, all toes down on the floor. Bring your knees into your chest and rock from side to side. We're going to come up to a seated position. Cross your ankles and roll up and face my direction in the screen. Bring your hands to your heart. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in, a deep energizing breath in for the day. And thanks for the day. Bring the edge of the hands to the mind's eye, the third eye, making that connection. Relax your shoulders. In gratitude, and bowing your chin, I bow my practice to you and appreciate you participating. Thank you. Namaste. Have a great rest of your day, your Tuesday. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave your comments or your thumbs up. I appreciate it. I wanted to mention also, I will put out the invitation today for our Zoom meeting tomorrow so we can actually see each other. So if you can, tune in Zoom meeting at 1 p.m. Central Time, if you're not in my time zone. It's just a question and answer meeting just to get caught up so you can tell me things that are not working for you or are working. And I just enjoy seeing you since we can't see each other. So thank you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.